In 1521, Martin Luther spoke his famous words of faith. "Here I stand, I cannot do otherwise." Today we continue to stand on God's word of hope. In this series, Here We Sing, for God's forgiveness in Jesus Christ has freed us in faith to do no other. Hello everyone. I have really missed you all these past few months. So I'm so thankful for this stroke of genius that Zachary had to create this Here I Sing video series. I think that under the circumstances, this will be a great way that we can stay connected with you, and will also give us an opportunity to share some musical fun facts and tips with you, and we hope to help you stay engaged and growing as a musician during this time. Some of what I will share might be a lot like what we would do in one of our normal rehearsals. But some of the information and activities will likely be different than what we might usually do together. For the most part, I'm going to focus on the fundamentals of vocal technique, which might be nothing more than review for some of you. But of course, reviewing fundamentals is important even for professional singers or professional athletes. So I hope you feel like it will be a good thing for you too. In this first video, I'm going to focus on a topic that I will confess I don't think I emphasize enough in our rehearsals. So I'm going to attempt to atone for my sin by saying a few words about posture, which is why this video is called Straighten Up and Sing Right. If you're a Nat King Cole fan, you'll realize just how clever that title is. Now, most of you already have excellent posture. So I realize I'm preaching to the choir when I say that good posture is necessary so that all the other aspects of your vocal technique can work as efficiently as possible, particularly in regard to how you use your breath, which will be the focus of the next couple of videos. It's a little like my golf swing. When my swing gets particularly bad, I find that if I focus on correct posture as I address the ball, the rest of my swing works better without having to consciously fix too much else. A similar approach to singing posture can have some of the same types of benefits. So first, let's look at the elements of good standing posture. Feel free to do this with me at home. We're going to start from the feet and work our way up. So your feet should be ideally shoulder width apart. Weight evenly distributed between both feet, and I like to have one foot slightly ahead of the other one. It gives me even more of a feeling of stability. The weight should be on the ball of the foot. Any singer will do that, and any athlete also wants to do that. Ken Kessinger will tell you, if you're going to be a shortstop ready for the ball to go anywhere, you've got to have the weight on the ball of your foot. So, not up on your toes and not back on your heels, but on the ball of your foot. Working our way up, your knees should be slightly bent. You don't want them locked back. Most of you have heard that before. People have been known to get lightheaded and even faint because it will cut off the circulation in your body fairly quickly if your knees are locked. So slightly bent is a good position. I will say this as discreetly as I can. You want your hips tucked in and under you, that kind of a feeling. That will eliminate any feeling of a sway back that could cause tension. It will also lift everything else pretty naturally into the place where you want it to be. Then let's go to your arms. Your arms will be relaxed at your sides, your hands relaxed. Your shoulders will be not too far back, not too far forward, but just comfortably back and on top of the rest of your body. Your chin is parallel with the floor. You don't want your head lifted up or down too far. And just an overall feeling of buoyance and relaxation at the same time. One good way to get into that position is if you can get your arms straight up above you like this, and then gradually, with nothing on either side of you, come down straight like that, and then just let your arms hang. And that may get you into a position that you feel like you're straighter than you're used to. That's the way it feels for me. And it's a great feeling, and it just really makes your body feel, again, so buoyant and ready for action. I also use a little mental imagery I imagine I'm a marionette on a string. I have one string attached at the top of my head, and the other one is just right about here. And those strings are pulling me up and slightly forward onto the ball of the foot, and it gives me a nice feeling of length in my neck as well, which again is kind of a freeing thing for the rest of your vocal apparatus. One more thing you can do to get this feeling of good standing posture is to stand against a wall, and I'll show you that now. All you need to do is find an open wall somewhere, back up to it, put your heels against the wall and your shoulder blades, and probably your head, depending on how you're built. If that feels like your head's too far back, then you can lean it forward a little bit. But that should give you that feeling of being straight up and down, the way you would want to be when you're singing, and then you just step away gradually from the wall, but keep that same position, and you'll look as good as I do. To find your ideal seated posture for singing, start with the great standing posture we've talked about, and then, if your knees will support you in doing this, get up near the chair and just gradually as you can, maybe put one foot slightly behind the other one, go down, and you'll land on the edge of your seat. From that position, you will have this feeling of buoyancy, the same sort of feeling that you have when you're standing. I like to think of it as standing from the waist up. So you'll feel a straight line from the top of your head down to the bottom of your back. So your assignment until next time is to be aware of and practice good standing and sitting posture, at least a couple of times during the day, if not more. Good posture is not only good for your singing, but it can be good for your overall health too. Poor posture has been shown to cause poor circulation, fatigue, jaw pain, difficulty breathing, headaches, back and shoulder pain, and it can even negatively affect your mood and worsen arthritis pain. So, straighten up, sing right, feel good, take care, God bless, and I'll see you next time.